Hello everyone, Specter here. Welcome to Star Citizen. Today, we're going to take a look at the Drake Caterpillar. Before 3.13, before the C2 Hercules or like the Hercules series, appeared in Star Citizen, Drake Caterpillar is one of the ships that's being used by most of the cargo haulers. The players who like to trade a lot, they may use a Caterpillar to haul cargoes because you got like 576 SE of cargo, which is very large for that time, the largest at the time. So yes, as you know, more cargo means more profit, so they really like to use the Caterpillar. However, after 3.13, the Hercules series appeared. Well, I think it should be 3.13. Yeah. So it turns out the Drake Caterpillar got a rival, especially for the C2, which can hold more cargo than this Drake Caterpillar, because the C2 can hold 696 SE of cargo. So it means that it can bring more profit than this Caterpillar. And also one more thing, as you can see, there's a C2 over there waiting for the bay, the landing pad. But I'm not going to leave because I'm not acting bad or mean, but just simply because the turret over there is kind of fragile, so probably I may damage it. And it's running towards me, it's very scary. Anyway, so this Caterpillar, yeah, let's talk about the have a tour first, okay? So as people may think, these four things sticking out is a cannon. They are not. They're just some sort of sensors. Alright, so don't mix it up. And if you keep moving on, you got like 1, 2. Okay, let's count. Okay, do the counting. Alright, as like a traveler, explorer of the space, you need to learn counting. So this one section, I don't know whether you can hold cargo or not. I think you cannot, but technically you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe 4. Okay, I will trade it as 4. Okay, you got 4. Where is he? Well, never mind. I don't care. Maybe he's upstairs. No, I don't know. Alright, so you got 4 different kind of modules to hold cargo, while the first one you can hold like a dragonfly or something. But currently you can't roll, well, although I won't say currently, you can't load a rock inside. Although you got enough space, I think, but you can't load it, just because the design of the ship is different. And furthermore, let's move on. No, furthermore, let's move on. This one is a cockpit of the ship. It's a command module of the ship. So as you can see, you got a pair of extra engines. It's not functional right now because, well, why there's an extra engines in here? Because this ship, this command module, actually is an independent ship. So you can detach from the hull itself and act like an independent ship, just like the sub-fighters of the Constellation series. Alright. And you can see you got some engines in here. It's very big. And yeah. And here you got a wing. As you can see, it's not very identical to each other. The left hand side is a command modules, while the right hand side is a room for tractor beams, like tractor beams control center, I think, and also with the wing. So yeah, this kind of design looks cool, although some people may think it's not really very good, because, well, why is not identical? Ships should be identical for them. Yeah, and that is the reason why I'm not going to leave the pad, because you got this turret which is very close to the floor, ground. Alright, if I leave the pad, technically if I land over there, then I may have a chance to damage the turret. Okay, so the rest of the part is identical to the left hand side of the ship, and let's move on here. And in here, I need to talk about this design. Okay, so here. Okay, so when you call your ship, technically most of the time it's not using the head to face you, right? When you leave your elevator or other thing else, okay, if you spawn your ship, usually you will see the tail, the back of the ship. So it means that you can see the engines first, right? Good. So just a piece of like advice. When you walk to here, you can see elevator, you'll be very happy, and then like, yay, stand clear, and then start to press the button, right? But please don't, because if you do, let's see here, if I press deploy, something goes bad. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, the elevator itself. Because when you see this stand clear, it's not talking about like asking you to press it. It's asking you to stay away from this section, okay? And see if you can see call elevator, then you can press it. But before that, please don't. If not, you're just like being squashed by this elevator, which is not good. Alright? So make sure you can see call elevator in here. Yes, look at the sign here, like this. Then you can press deploy. If not, you're just like having a hard time to get it out, okay? I don't know what will happen to you. I don't want to test out. And when you get on the elevator, please make sure you are standing like close to the center, because as you can see, if I press retract, I will kind of like keep moving, bumping around. See? So make sure you're standing close to the middle of the elevator so that you won't be accidentally like being pushed off the elevator, okay? So now we are on the ship. Okay, let's move on to the habitation like room. You have two beds in here. Like this is the whole section, like whole section of the ship. So yeah, you got some two beds in here, and then you got some table and non-functional screens here. And module 1 is the cargo bay. If you put more, like all the cargoes in here, technically it's stuck up all the way to the top of the roof so that you can access only through these hallways instead of here. But currently you still have bugs, so that if you got all the cargoes in here, you may still have a chance to walk through all those cargoes, which is possible. And when you open this, it's a side door. Both sides you got side doors. Normally you can act like a elevator, like according to the design, but it's not the case for now, so well, never mind about it. You can't load vehicles inside currently, like the rock or something. You still cannot. You can, but well, I should say normal way. Normally you can't, but you can if you are being tricky. So you may ask your pilot to like tip the ship like 45 degrees so that act this platform like a ram, so that your car, like the rock, can load on it, which many people use that method to load up vehicles on it. So here, this side is the same as the other side of it. Alright, so as we counted, we got 4 sections. So this is section like section 2. Let's go to chapter 3. And as you can see, different modules got 2 sets of airlock doors, so that you won't be afraid of like when you open this ramp or like the door, the gate, then the other section will be depressurized. No, because there's an airlock. So as long as you close it, then everything should be fine. Alright, so at the front door, technically you can put some dragonflies in here, okay? The rock, probably, I don't know, it depends on how you've loaded it. And if you press this one can be act like an elevator, but currently it's not functional. So even though it's functional, you can't load your rock through these elevators. You may ask someone or like load it up. Like, no, you can ask someone to stand here and load the people on board, or like boxes or something, but not a vehicle right now or in the future. But dragonflies, technically you can, because it's hover. So yeah. Alright, so now you got a button here, right? Up there you also have a button. So if all the people here loaded up on the vehicles and no one wants to press that button, leave their vehicles to press the button, you can ask someone like go there to press it for you, so that the people on the vehicles won't be it's no need for them to leave their vehicles to press the button. Yeah. Alright, so let's move on here. Okay, let's go upstairs. So this is a turret access, and this is what I said here. This button, you can press it, and then that elevator thing, okay, that door will open. Yeah, and as well as the upper turret. Okay, when you press it, it will have an upper turret. You will access the upper turret. Alright, so let's get back to here. And these are the buttons for like both gateways, like the doors. Alright. And this will be the only way for you to access, like going back and forth when you load it up with cargoes. So let's get back to the habitation and elevator first. Okay, so let's move on here, lower hallway. So engineer access. So you got some engines in here, and it's like a non-functional panels for like your engines or something like that. Alright, and here you got the turret, and in here you can go to this upper deck of the ship. On your right hand side is the panels for your the tractor beams. Yes, that's what I said. Okay, I should say this is tractor beam control center. So so later on, if you got personal hangars, you need to load up your things personally, the tractor beams may help you, especially for these kind of big ships. Okay, and the view is in here is very good as well. So and imagine you got a like during quantum travel, then technically it's a very good view as well. Okay, let's move on. In here you got some like the airlock in here, but not functional. This one is a power plant. Jump drive. Alright. Yeah, so if you come up here, then technically, yeah, just like the engine room, and then come up here. Server access. So this ship, you've got plenty of computers for data running. I think maybe potentially you can do the data running in the future. Although, unlike the data runners like Mercury Star Runners or like Drake Harriet, this ship probably got limited data capacity, but still may be able to. Okay. Okay, go back to the center hallway, and let's see here. That's for the staircase access. So is it this one? Come on, access. Yes, here. As you can see, you got two sets of doors because unlike the other ship, this ship, Drake Caterpillar, is two ships. So technically it's two ships, I think. I shouldn't say that, sorry, because I should say you got different parts, two different parts. This section is a command module, so you can detach from the hull, okay? So the hull itself cannot be controlled by itself, but yeah, you can detach. So the whole thing is like it's an individual ship. So these two seats are not functional right now. when you get down here, so it's a tractor beam, I think, and still you got some non-functional doors, non-functional screens in here, 2 beds for lockout, no escape pods, same as the other Drake design, stove and sink, so it means that you got, and also with shower or like no toilet. So yeah, so this is a living quarter and of a ship, which is not functional right now, and you got gun rack as well. Okay, let's move on. You got 2 seats up here, co-pilot seats, which is not functional, and it's not very helpful at all because there's no missiles on this ship, so technically it's not functional. It's just like helping you to like control all the like powers or something. And pilot seat. Okay, let me in. Good. I should say the view is good, but since you got a hole right next to you, you got limited view over there. But since it's a big ship, so it's not that kind of bad, I think. Or maybe you got missiles. No, I don't think so. Yeah, sorry. No missiles. I was wondering, like, that looks like a missile thing. Yeah, I shouldn't have any missiles in here on board. All right, so the view, although yeah, it's kind of blocked by the hull, but it's better than the other Drake ships. Okay, although yeah, still those bars are quite blocking the way. But you got bigger glasses, and if this ship is detached, is able to detach from the hull, so it's a very good view. You will got a very good view around yourself. So now let's talk about the ship. All right. So when I was talking about the C2 Hercules, the Hercules series, this ship, I said that the C2 Hercules is very famous, right? For now, because like you can hold more cargo, and also in the atmosphere, Hercules series is kind of better than Drake. No matter its performance or something like that, like control, because even for me, when I fly this thing in here, it's kind of slow. But Hercules, since it's just like designed to drop off vehicles, so theoretically, according to their design, should be able to be like um, able to perform better in the atmosphere. However, if like the Star Citizen is fully released after beta, I think the Caterpillar should be outmatched. Is it outmatched? Yeah, it performed better than the Hercules. Not because like the cargo or something like that. It because Drake Caterpillar can act like it can like you got more utilities. Like uh, for example, you can do more missions through the Caterpillar. As I said, okay, so for cargo hauling, it's better than Hercules, technically. All right, because, well, a few things we need to understand first, okay? So the CIG designed many ships, and one of those ships that I believe is a company who designed like the Argo Cargo and also the Mole. That company also designed one thing, which is a tugboat, the tugboat version of the Argo, like the tugboat itself, okay? I forgot the name of it. It's a tugboat, okay? It can like carry or pulling the ships or cargo like up to the space from the atmosphere or from the ground of this, like on the surface of the planet or something like that, okay, to the space. Okay, so there's um one of the thing that makes like Caterpillar is better. Okay, so let me explain a little bit more detail. Okay, so I need to be slowed down a little bit. Okay, so this ship looks like a truck. If you are in like living in Europe or like in the North America or something else, okay, you may know that there's a career like people drive trucks across the country, right? So those trucks, you got living areas, but not really talk about like you act like a home for a very long period of time. It looks like Drake Caterpillar. Yes, because for those trucks, as you know, you got a trailer, right? And you can detach it and then attach to another trailer to haul cargo across the country. Drake Caterpillar can do the same thing. Thus, the command section of a ship can be detached. It act like an independent ship, and the hull itself can be swapped. So what does it mean? Okay, so imagine you need to travel to like hauling cargo from point A to point B. As you got a personal hangar, you need to load up your things by yourself and offload your things by yourself, right? So here comes a play. If the CIG allows players to purchase like the whole section of the Caterpillar independently in game, that makes everything make sense. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so you're hauling cargo from point A to point B. So you spend time to upload your things, right? Like load up your things and then travel to the atmosphere and go to point B, right? Now imagine you got a whole section only at point B. All you need to do is to ask your friend or someone or maybe NPC later, load up that empty hole or at point B for you first when you're traveling from point A to point B. As you arrive, probably if everyone do things correctly and yeah, you manage your time properly, then you should be able to have a full loaded cargo, like the whole section of the Caterpillar at point B should be fully loaded when you arrived. All you need to do is maybe you set up a mission for the other players or hire NPC to like helping you. All you need to do above the atmosphere of the planet or the moon or something like that, detach your ship, your command module from your hull. Hire or ask your friend to help you using that tugboat. Haul this section, the hull, okay, to tug your hull towards the atmosphere, okay, to the planet, to the moon, while the other group of your friends or NPC using a tugboat to pull your hull originally at point B, which is fully loaded right now, towards the atmosphere, okay, into the space. And then all you need to do for the command module is to attach to the second hull and then continue your journey to point C. That's it. That's easy, right? So you don't even need to wait for a long time. While the C2 Hercules or Hercules series or other cargo ships, you may have a hard time because you may need your ship to enter the atmosphere, fly within the atmosphere, okay, inside the atmosphere, land your ship, unload your things, offload your things, and then load it up again and fly out of the atmosphere and continue your journey, which spent more time comparing to the Drake Caterpillar if the game is fully functional and all the things that the Drake Caterpillar is fully functional. And of course, that tugboat should be functional as well. It should be in game as well. And NPC hiring not NPC hiring, but yeah, that tugboat should be here. So that makes the whole Caterpillar thing like more competitive to the other ships, like the cargo ships. And also, if you don't want to hold cargo, you may swap out these modules, like you would call like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sections to swap it out. So for example, you may add up some medical bay, so to transport like wounded or like other medical personnel to other places. Or if you like got a mission from Twitch, who will stand on the chair to talk to you at Area 18, and also assign all the missions that is illegal, which can gain you a ticket towards the jail. So one of her mission is about like hijacking a caterpillar, which is a prisoner, got a lot of prisoner cells inside of it. So it's transporting like prisoners. And yes, it turns out caterpillar can kind of transporting prisoners. So it means that later on, maybe you may be, just maybe, okay, you're able to accept the mission from maybe security details or something like that. Do the emergency missions, I think, to transport prisoners to the other places. So you need to detach that command modules and attach to maybe the hull that they give it to you, while the other ships will be like kind of escorting you to the location, which makes the whole thing better. The caterpillar looks better in that kind of game, in kind of gameplay. Yeah. So currently, of course, I would say C2 is very good. It's probably the best ship. But if Star Citizen is fully functional, like fully released, I do think that the Drake Caterpillar may have a chance to dominate the universe. Kind of, okay? Not because it can hold more cargo, because you can do more things in the Caterpillar than the other cargo ships, like later on maybe you got hull C, hull D, or hull E, or like Hercules or something like that. All right. Of course, I'm not asking you to like load up a vehicle or something. That is a weakness for Caterpillar. But the other things, Caterpillar can do as well. Okay. So that's why I think Caterpillar is kind of good ship. No matter is now or like even for the later patches, okay, or maybe after fully release the game, okay. So yeah, so this is the tour of the Drake Caterpillar and some of my thoughts about the Caterpillar. All right, and if you think this video is helpful, feel free to leave a like, or maybe you can leave a comment down below so that I can like kind of understand what I can do better. I know my speech may be clumsy and also like a little bit annoying, but yeah, I do believe practice makes perfect. That's why I make videos, and not just because letting you guys to understand more about Star Citizens, and also like the ships, but also helping myself to practice my speech. All right. So I hope you enjoy, and if you really want to go after this, like the Caterpillar, yeah, the price is very similar to the C2 currently. It's like 4 point something, 4.6 million, while the C2 is 4.9 million. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why people may choose C2 instead of the Caterpillar. But yeah, both of them got a hard time to land on something else anyway. So yeah, like especially in the like in the planet, on the planet, I should say. Yeah. so the hangar thing is not really improved. So both ships still got a hard time to land. Yeah, so the Caterpillar may have a hard time to land because it's too long, which is like over 100 meters, while the Hercules is too fat, it's too wide to land. So the wingtip may hit something. Yeah, while this forestick of the Caterpillar may hit the hangar when it's landing. So yeah, both of them got some difficulties to land on the surface. I mean, land in the city, in the hangar. But except for those, yeah, both of them are good ships. So it depends on your choice. All right. So yeah, that's it. Okay. So I shall see you guys next time. All right. I don't know what kind of ship I'm going to talk about next time, but probably I will talk about more ships because before 3.15 because they got a full wipe, I believe. Yes, so before they do, I will finish my ship tour, like of all of my ships. I will try to. Okay, so yeah, see you guys next time. All right, bye bye.